Macon County waking up to damage after a radar-confirmed tornado was on the ground around 3 o'clock this morning. The EMA director in the area says commercial structures and businesses have major damage. Let's check in now live. WSFA 12 News reporter Bethany Davis is at the scene there in Macon County. And Bethany, still pretty dark out there and tough to see, but give us the latest on what's going on this morning.
Yeah, it is. Well, there are a lot of power lines that are down in this area, so it's very dark. No power, no real light until the sun starts to come up. So we're using as many of our car's headlights as we can to kind of give you an idea of what used to be here. This used to be Milstead Farms Group's cotton gin plant, the building in the distance, and now, well, what you can see is really just a pile of rubble. In fact, Shep Morris is the owner here. Kind of give us an idea of what used to be here in the distance.
Okay, well, this is a cotton gin, and it belongs to a group of local farmers here, and it took a direct hit. We haven't really been able to get out to assess the equipment, but the building's crumpled, and we had 2 seed houses where cotton seed are stored, and they've been torn up pretty bad. They've got seed in them. Yeah. This is a terrible situation. It's got the
You said you really haven't been able to get close. You have to cross the train tracks to get onto the property, and right now, for miles actually down the road, power lines are lying down across those train tracks. But you did drive up and down this area. What were you able to see as you were driving?
We could see the building with flashlights and things, and it was just crumpled. You know, there's a lot of equipment, a lot of sophisticated equipment in there, and like I say, the seed houses have been ripped up. We're going to have to try to get those seed moved as quickly as possible, and it's just a mess. And we've got, you know, till September to get this thing cleaned up and repaired. And just a tragedy. Like I say, it belongs to the local farmers. I'm the president, but it's just a tragedy.
This building has been here about 25 years.
It's built in 1998.
Okay. Yeah.
And like I say, it's hard to describe it. It's just tragedy.
A lot of emotions, I know, when you drive up to something like this, especially.
We can't get out to it because, like I say, we've got power lines, and there were concrete power poles up and down through here just got snapped. And they're laying across the railroad tracks.
Yeah. And there's not really much we can do about that at this point either, because the rain just doesn't seem to stop. It seems to get a little bit lighter, and then it comes a little bit heavier, and then it stops, and then it comes back. So it's going to be some time even before power crews get out here to make sure that these power lines are dead, for one, but also can be removed and out of the way, and then workers can get into the damaged areas. We also do know, frankly, the EMA director here in Macon County is here and has told us that there are some residential areas that are nearby that did get some damage. Some homes had some roof damage, some trees on houses, but nothing too significant, nothing that can't be rebuilt. And really, the best news that's coming out of Macon County this morning is that there are no injuries, no lives lost. So that is something at least to celebrate this morning.
That is good to hear, Bethany. You could hear in his voice and see in his face just the tough morning he's going. So let us know we're thinking about him and his employees out there in Macon County. We will check back in with Bethany once the sun begins to rise and get a better look at that damage behind her. We have team coverage throughout the morning right here on Today in Alabama.